How do you keep your sales pipeline full? Well, today I'm going to share with you 5 tips that will help you to keep your pipeline full. So tip number 1 is to recognize that your buyer is in the cloud, looking at social media, looking on YouTube, checking out Google to find vendors and providers that they can approach to actually buy their services, offers, and products. So what you need to do is make sure that you're in the cloud so that when your potential client is looking, you're actually there as part of one of the options. If you're not part of that, they're not going to know you exist. So you want to make sure that you are on every social media channel. Now, you may not be using them all, but you want to make sure there is a presence, that you have got your bio completed, and that you also direct people to where you are based so they can seek you out a lot easier. So let me give you a couple of stats here. 95% of business-to-business buyers use the internet to help them identify who they want to buy from. And 53% of business-to-business buyers use social media to help them identify who they want to buy from. So those numbers are pretty big. So if you're just on one social media channel, you're really missing out an awful lot. Now, you may only be really visible on one social media channel, but you want to make sure that at the very least, you've got your profile on all of those social media channels. The second tip is to block out time in your diary every day to top up your pipeline. Now, prospecting is one of the least favorite activities by salespeople. And it's also probably one of the least favorite activities of business owners and coaches and consultants. But it's something that you need to do because leads will not just fall into your lap. So think about how you can go out there and generate leads. So for example, you could create a lead magnet and then you could go out and promote that on all the different social media channels. You could do a video about it and upload it to YouTube. So there are lots of ways in which that you can promote a lead magnet that will encourage somebody to sign up and give you their email address. Or you might run a webinar where people will come on and you get to talk to them. And that in itself will not only give you access to their email address, but hopefully you will have a Q&A session and you'll be able to talk to them as well. Thirdly, identify who are your most profitable customers and where they hang out, and then make sure you're hanging out there too. So if you know that your most profitable customers are on LinkedIn, you want to hang out on LinkedIn. You want to show up every single day. You want to do videos. You want to write articles so that you are there, so that when they look for you, you've actually built up a good presence, and therefore far more likely to attract people and have them come in to ask you for meetings. Number 4 is to create good relationships, but most importantly, nurture your contacts. I see so many people just gather people as numbers. So if you've got all their email addresses, make sure you're emailing them. Make sure you're giving them some value so they can learn about you, so that you're giving them something that's going to help them take the next step forward, whether that's in their business, whether that's in their career or at home. Make sure that you're doing those type of things. And the 5th and final tip is to provide great value. Now, we hear this a lot, but what I would suggest you do is seriously think about what thought leadership are you providing people? What segment specific content are you providing people? What industry-led content are you providing people out there? So for example, I could create something specifically for coaches because coaches are one of my target segments. But then I could drill down even deeper and provide something just for well-being coaches, or just for life coaches, or for performance coaches. So that's all about creating content specific so that you will appeal to more people and they'll start to connect with you more. Sometimes people get a bit worried about niching down because they feel it's going to turn people off, but actually it does completely the opposite. Everybody wants to work with a specialist. They don't want to work with a generalist. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.